You don't want to miss this update because it is really good. Hello, welcome back to my corner of the internet. As you guys can see from the title, today we are doing my next update for Pan That Face Palette, one of my favorite project pans that I have ever done on my channel. I love it. I love panning face product stuff. This includes bronzers, blush, and highlighters in any way, shape, or form. This is how I do it. At least one palette in here it has to be. So I have my products here. It is a good one, you guys. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So if you're interested, let's get into it. All right, you guys. Last time I filmed for you guys, it was beautiful. It was nice and comfortable. Today, we are hot. We are hot. This is why I am barely wearing anything. I'm trying to cover up, but I am so hot, you guys, I can't even wear anything. So this is what you're getting, and I'm hoping everyone's okay with it. So I have my products here, and I want to start out with one of the hardest ones because I'm kind of regretting bringing it in, but I'm hoping that I get some sort of groove after the summer because it's been difficult to even wear makeup alone in the summer. So we're gonna slowly and just small steps, you guys, small steps. All right, so let's start out with the newest palette that we brought in. This is the MAC or Shiny Pretty Things, I believe, Shiny Pretty Things face palette. Yes, I put this in a project pan years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I finished off the highlighter and the bronzer in here, and I still had the blush. I'm having a hard time panning any powder blushes because I am just having so much fun using my cream and liquid, and they're gonna go bad faster. So if I concentrate solely on this, that's less time that I'm gonna have with those cream and liquid products, and I just love how they look on my skin. Once I start to dwindle down that collection and I start to use things up, or things start to go bad, because eventually they will go bad with the amount of stuff that I have, then I'll go back to my powder stuff and just limit my cream and liquid. But for now, I'm just having so much fun. It's like my third year doing it and I love it. So I'm having a little bit of a hard time. So this palette, in June, I will give you guys the previous month's update just because it's a lot easier. So in June, I used this 17 times, you guys, and I don't know if you're gonna see any difference in here, but you can clearly see that the powder kick up is all in these pans right here. But you can kind of see the ridges on here. Bear in mind that this already had usage prior to this. This blush, for it being old, I am not kidding you, this sucker stains. This legit stays on my skin. This powder blush, if I just put the smallest amount, it will last the whole entire day. I don't have to touch up. It never wears off. Even in this sweltering heat, this sucker lasts. Like, this is such an amazing powder product. I am such a fan. I wish that I was more into powder stuff because I would use it so much more. It's a beautiful color on my skin tone, whether I'm fair or have a tan like I do now. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful in every way, shape, or form. So I'm using it 17 times is still not bad, even though other products got a lot more use. This was a little bit harder. I kind of like to layer it on my cheeks. I try to limit it because some of my cream and liquid blushes really do pack a punch, so I can't layer it those days, but other days I'll put it on. I'll put it on midday if I want to change up the look. I've been getting creative with how to incorporate this into my look. So this is my hardest one, no lie. I think I'll make it more use out of it when the winter and fall seasons come, but for now, I'm just enjoying what I have, and so far it's being used. It's being used. I can see that it's being used, and hopefully in the video you guys can see that it is being used. So it's such a beautiful formula. Absolutely. I wish that all blushes were like this because I'm telling you, if you have very oily skin, these kind of formulas are just amazing. The other palette that I have here is my Natasha Denona Daria one. I have been working on the Glow, the purpley highlighter, and today will be the last day that I will use this because now I'm going to transition into the bronzier one. So in the month of June, I used this 24 times, and on the screen, I will put down my total usage on this highlighter because obviously I'm going to start using the other one. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's still being tallied, so I guess we'll just continue with it. But so far, in total, I've used this 142 times, you guys. solely this year, and it already had pan. And you guys can obviously see that I have basically wore off the bottom half. I'm trying for it not to, there you go, to blind you guys. But all I have left is this little bit here. But I am going to give this a break because I want to finish this one off. And this is going to be a lot easier for me to use. Now that I do have a tan, I can use it all over the body, all over the face, mix it in with different things. And I know this will go rather quick. Once I am done with this one and it's still summer and I still have a tan, I'm going to go in with the yellow one. I want to try to get more use out of the yellow one and eventually go back to this purple one and finish that one off. But I am very happy to say this got used 24 times in June. It's a lot. I'm very proud of myself for that, and I've loved every bit of it. And I still have it on today, and it still works with a tan. Even if you feel like you're darker skin, it actually works really, really nicely. So I am going to now switch which highlighter I'm using, but I'm still keeping this palette in this project pan. All right, last palette that I have in here is my NARS Guy Bourdain, and I was working on Devotee highlighter in here. I was using it, mixing in with a different highlighter, and last month I only used it 12 times because, oh, and you guys, and I did repress it, I believe. So I don't know if I told you this or not. I may have a photo of it, but I did repress it. So I'll insert the photo of me showing it repressed. You guys can see that I did do it, and it wasn't like I just made it up and lied and crushed it up or whatever. But I have officially finished it off, you guys. I have another pan in this palette. I'm so happy about that. In total, this highlighter was 122 uses for me to finish it off. 122 uses completely to empty out this pan. This was practically brand new. I think I only used it like maybe 4 or 5 times prior to me bringing it into this project pan. So I got a lot of use out of this, and I was able to finish it off. Now all I have is blushes in here. I don't know when I will reach for them again because I'm not using for powder blushes, but these are beautiful blushes anyway, so I'll still keep the palette around. This is one of my oldest palette, if not my oldest palette, face palette that I have, but it's still working fine and it's still amazing, you guys. The preservatives in here are phenomenal. So I'm going to continue to keep it, but now I'm rolling this out because I met my goal and I will be bringing something else in, which makes me super happy about this. So this is now done. We are done with a highlighter. I can add a highlighter to now my finished products of the year because that's a full pan. That's a full pan, you guys. So 122 uses. We are done with Mr. NARS. All right, let's move on to Sephora Los Cabos bronzer. So you're going to see an update on all of this entire thing. I will share with you guys because I ended up repressing this bronzer because it was getting difficult for me to pick it up with my brush. My brush was getting a little bit like sprayed and I didn't want it to be all messed up. So I wanted to repress it. In the month of June, I used this 21 times in total for it to be used a total of 131 uses, you guys. So I'll share with you guys a picture of what it looked like when I repressed it. And this is what it's looking like now, you guys. It's completely done, but I do have a footnote. A tragedy happened. I did repress it. I started using it as it was being repressed. But of course, I left this in my bathroom open to do my makeup, and one of my beautiful kitties knocked it over off the counter, and some of it broke off. Not all of it, because I did end up finishing it off, but some of it did. It landed on my tile floor, you guys. I wasn't picking it up. It is a bathroom. I'm not doing that. So I have a picture as well of when it broke afterwards. I also showed it in one of my Get Ready With Me's with my members. So there is proof that I was using it. It wasn't just me completely scraping it off and then pretending like I didn't repress it. I have proof of it all. So I did end up using this an additional 21 times in June to finish it off. So in total, this got used 131 times. Yes, I did lose product. I'm going to say I lost about 2 grams worth at that. Maybe, I don't know, give or take 2 grams. I would say that it got lost in the whole entire fiasco, but I did manage to salvage some of it and finish it off. So it wasn't like a complete and total loss. So this is done. I am calling this done because I worked on this for 6 months, and that means something. And I'm not going to say that, oh, well, it doesn't count because you didn't finish it fully. Guess what? I'm telling you now, I'm counting it. It is. I worked hard on it. I hit pan on it. It was almost brand new. Last year was the first time I've used it. So I do have another finish. I have another pan. I have another empty for the year. And typically I finish one highlighter sometimes, but always one bronzer. So this is my one bronzer of the year. And I'm happy about that because I'm done. I am finished. Now I can just play around and do as I please. All right, you guys. So let's roll in some new products in here, shall we? We have 2 empties, 2 rollouts, so that means I'm bringing in 2 things. Now, how I do this is this project pan always has to have a palette. It always has to have a palette all year long, but I also allow myself to bring my individual bronzers, highlighters, and or blushes in this project pan if I do not feel like having it in a palette. Currently, I have 2 palettes in this project pan that are staying in that will be continued to be used until basically the end of the year. I don't plan on rolling either one of these 2 out at all at the end of the year up until I finish all the products that I want to finish. If I don't finish them, then I guess I will roll them in for next year or do whatever I want for the end of the year. But I have 2 palettes in here, which gives me the freedom to pick singles. So that's exactly what I am going to do. So for the bronzer, I thought long and hard because I told you guys in the beginning of the year I had other bronzers that I wanted to really hone down on. But in all honesty, sitting with this one for so long, I just want to have a break and actually play with bronzers that I have for the summertime, that are glowy, that are fun, that are different tones, more golden, more bronzy. So I've been rotating through my products. So with that said, I thought long and hard, what can I bring in that I don't feel like I am forcing myself to use it because I don't feel like I want to finish another bronzer. In all honesty, I really don't. I don't have it in me to continue to just stick to one bronzer. I just want to play. So there is a product that I love to use now that I have a tan all the way up until I lose my tan. And that should be around October. So it should give me a nice run for my money. This product is fun. It's more of a topper, more of a glowy. I could use it on my body. I can use it on my face. Right now, I have it currently as a topper, like kind of like a soft glow on my cheeks over my bronzer and powder products. And what I'm talking about is my MAC Global Glow. This is beautiful. This is sheer. It's a topper. It is nothing that I would use on its own as a bronzer or as a highlight. It's more of a morph. You could see it right there. It looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. So what I do is I literally grab a very loose, fluffy brush it on, and then just blend it over my bronzer to give me like a glow, a beautiful glow. Obviously, it's called Global Glow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep track of this. We're going to try to use as much as possible. Maybe wear down the dome of this one. I don't know. We'll wear down the dome. We'll keep track of it. We'll weigh it. And then up until I lose my tan, then I will roll it out and see what else I can finish off for the end of the year. And that way it allows me to be able to play around with my bronzers and then add this on top as a highlighter if I feel like that day, or as a bronze topper, as an all over buffing, however I feel the need to, as an eyeshadow. I don't care. As long as it gets used, that's all that matters to me. So I'm bringing this in. I've never brought in something like this before, so this is going to be new to me, and we'll see how it works, but it is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell any difference, but it's just a very, very soft, subtle glow. It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing glittery, and that's what I love because it's very refined and beautiful. You know what? I'm going to show you guys. Look. Let's see. Let's put this here. Can you guys tell? Like, can you see that? It just gives you this really nice bronzy kind of look. See? I don't know if the light can see that. That's what it does. It's like a subtle softness, and it's not too much. So that's how I'm going to use it. However I want, you guys, however I want. All right. So the next product and the final product to replace the highlighter, I thought long and hard. What is it that I want to bring in? I do have some liquid highlighters that I would have loved to bring in, but they're really easy for me to use up. I'm almost done with one. I got 2 more left in my collection, and then that's it. So I didn't want to bring a liquid highlighter and kind of like just waste it. I want to use it how I want to use it. So I am going to bring in a highlighter, a single highlighter, and it's not going to compete with this one because I'm using this more as a bronzer topper than anything. This one's gonna be solely used as a highlighter. And there was a few options that I had. I have highlighters that have pan. As you know, I had a highlighter that I was panning with this one that I could easily finish off. But again, I was working on that one for quite a few months and I just wanted to bring something else in. So I decided to bring in this one. I know. This is the Dose of Colors I Love Sada E. This is the Soulmate one. Oh, some cracked off. All right, so this one came to me broken and I had to repress it when it first came out. Look at that blingy blinginess. Yes, so this one is definitely a highlighter. This is something that I feel like will look absolutely beautiful. Now that I have a tan, I can get away with it. We'll just chuck along and see what we can do with this one. It is already well loved. I have used it multiple times. It is a very soft and beautiful highlight. It could be subtle or it could be in your face. So I have options. And I love this one for the summertime. So let's just put some on here, shall we? Let's grab some of this and put it on here. So I'm going to use this one until I can't use it anymore, until my glow is gone, my tanningness is gone. So this is the one we're going to bring in. We're going to weigh it. We're going to take videos of it, everything. You guys, my hands are so glittery from all this stuff. But yeah, so that's my next thing that I will be bringing in. All right, so let's recap, shall we? We are bringing in 2 new products, a bronzer topper-ish, that's what I'm calling it, and then a highlighter. My goal is to keep these 2 in until I can no longer get away with using them because they're way too dark for my skin tone. So we're gonna work on these 2. Then I am just gonna continue to chug along on this blush. We're gonna make it work, you guys. Even if I have to have 2 looks or use it as a topper, I will figure it out because I do love this formula and I do want to use it up. I don't want it to go to waste and end up going bad for whatever reason. So we're gonna work on this one. Do I think I'll finish this by the end of the year? I don't think so, but I don't know. Miracles happen in this room, you guys, when it comes to face palettes. Then when it comes to Natasha Denona, I am now officially going to be working on this one. I will no longer work on this one. And then when I am done this one completely, we will see when that happens. And then I'll jump to this one. If it is not during the summer seasons, then I'll just continue to finish off on that one. So we're working real good on this one. I'm actually very proud of myself. So I should have another pan by the end of this project pan. Hopefully at least this one, maybe this one, but that's about it. I think I've met my quota for the year when it comes to panning face palettes. I'm doing good. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing great in your Pan That Face palette. Let me know in the comment section how you guys are doing in your projects. I'm having a lot of fun. You guys, I'm struggling with wearing makeup in the month of July, but I am doing it. I'm doing my best. I'm working at it. I'm making sure that if I do wear makeup, it is intentional on the products that I am using. You guys know that I struggle in July. But hopefully I can get more days in because tomorrow and the next day we are doing a beach day and we are doing a canoe day. So we ain't wearing makeup for at least for the next 2 days. So we'll figure it out, you guys. We'll figure it out. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. May God bless you always. I will catch you guys in the next video.